slot booking, or even if you have the slot and you're moving forward with your visa interview, these important pointers are things that you should not forget. Number one, do not trust agents you would find on many of these social media platforms or chat platforms that basically they will be random agents from literally nowhere with no credibility, nothing at all. And the way they attract you is that they will say payment after confirmation. These three magic words essentially help us get lured into being scammed. And the reason is that we believe that, okay, we don't have to pay anything right now. We just give them the credentials. We forget about the security of our credentials. And the next thing we do is we give them our ID, passport, security questions, everything. Then they will go on and basically send you a confirmation on the slot. Now, this confirmation is not real. It is a fake confirmation, edited confirmation. This is not exactly your slot, it's someone else's that they have just edited to make it look like it is yours. At the end of the day, once that is done, they will ask you to pay the money. If you're smart, you will try to basically go ahead, log into your account and check this slot, right? The slot won't be there. In fact, you won't even be able to log into your account. The reason is because they have changed your credentials now. So you will ask this person to give you the credentials. They will say, I need the money first, right? I booked your slot. I said payment after confirmation. Now you need to pay. Half the people from here will not pay. They will understand they're scammed. Half, they'll pay happily and then they'll realize that they're scammed. Anyhow, regardless of whichever half you are from, what happens is that first off, you would not be able to recover your account very easily, even if you pay this person blocks you. And secondly, if you recover your account or some other person gives you the credentials, you will know that there was no slot book even in the appointment history. Never any slot book by this person. They sent you a fake confirmation. So that's my tip number one. Don't waste time with these fake agents. Especially look for things like reviews, credibility, how long they've been in the market, or maybe if you can even chat with their previous clients. And literally, that's what we do. That's the kind of credibility we've had to build. Essentially, because this transparency was missing in the market. So you can even chat with our previous clients. We've been doing this 5 years. You can chat with the Willow2P services 3-4 years ago as well. Not just right now. The second thing that you must not do is to go to another country for slots. And I've seen very good agencies, top of the line agencies, also recommending this. Hey, go on to this country, go into Bangladesh, go to Nepal, go on to, Malaysia. Get your visa appointment from them. It's available there. Go to Doha, go to Qatar, go to Dubai. The reason that you should not do this is, and it used to work before, I'll be very honest with you, 2020 we sent a lot of candidates during COVID and it worked. 2021 also it worked a little bit. 2022 it stopped working. Visa officers were smart enough to understand what's going on. And that is that if they have limited slots in our country, basically in India, let's say, you're going overseas and you're getting the slot over there. Now, this is not to say that, let's say if you work overseas already, or if you're somewhere overseas for some reason, you're, let's say, overseas working in Dubai and you want to interview from there, that's completely fine. But if you go to Dubai or you go to Doha, you go somewhere basically just to get a visa interview, trust me, 99.9% what is happening is that you're ending up with a rejection. And that's because the officers know now that you are doing this just because of the lack of slots in your own country. And what you end up with is a situation that is much worse than the one you started with. Now you have not only no slot, but also a rejection on your plate, which you need to overcome in next time. Number 3 is to monitor 24/7. And I cannot stress this enough because people don't know exactly how to do this. And there's a lot of things we're doing for this essentially, but the one thing you need to know is to do it with a group of people who you can trust. So people who are in your class, in your school, your college, people, group of people you can form from your friends, right? And then you're monitoring 24/7, that is good enough. I would rather have that where we are monitoring, let's say, once every 5-10 minutes, rather than having, a random group of strangers monitoring for me, where there's thousands of people who cannot be trusted because you will find agents on these online platforms. You will find, people who are basically just sending fake confirmations that slots are open. Then you go ahead, you base one login attempt as well. Now, you cannot do multiple logins, max 3 times login if you knew. But at the end of the day, you don't want to waste them, so keep it amongst a trusted group of people. In fact, there will be a whole group of PineGuard users regulated by us directly for you guys so that you can be saved from any scams, any random spam messages, and you guys can then monitor together as well. But that's going to take 1 or 2 months to come in. For now, just sign up so that we can keep you alerted on when the openings happen. And by the way, if you have been following me for a while, or if let's say someone told you about me, some of the relatives, maybe someone else, some of your seniors, you can ask, in the last 4 to 5 years, this problem has been ongoing. Whenever these slots open up, I have tried to give you guys a solution, and on my story on Instagram, I always post it whenever there's an opening. So you guys can go ahead, follow me over there as well, just in case you believe that the 24/7 monitoring is not good enough, because we are already doing it with hundreds of accounts, and whenever we see slots open, especially in a bulk quantity, we will be updating you first thing. Rest assured, I don't care if you unfollow later on, but at least if you can get some help right now, you use it for the worse than this. So a lot of times where I see is students come to me and they already have a rejection. They went to, let's say, Blue Mountain College, a bad university, and then they want to go again to this university itself. Again and again, they want to apply there and there, right? 2, 3, 4 rejections. People keep on applying for the same university again and again, right? And then they come to me and they will say, Lokesh, I only need a slot. I want to go for this university. Only just get me the slot. I don't want anything else. I don't want your preparation. I don't want mock interviews. I don't want anything else. Only the slot. And that is what rubs me off the wrong way as well, because see, you don't understand at this point that you are going to a bad university, which, by the way, you got a 214B. What does a 214B mean? That they are scared that you will settle down in the US. 214B is only overcomable. It's only possible to overcome it if you have a change in circumstances, and a change in circumstances can be done in a lot of ways, but the best way is to change your university altogether, get into a better university. You will easily overcome the rejection. By the way, did you know that even without the change in university, if your university is decent enough and you still got a rejection, we can still overcome the rejection. I've showed that in this video. You can take a look at this video where essentially I tell you about each and every step for how we showed the change in circumstances for an applicant who, well, did not exactly have a bad university but was still rejected. Alright guys, now my final point for you, point number 5, is don't be overconfident. You might think that your university is good. You might be going to Harvard. I don't care. Always, always, always prepare for the interview. And on my channel, we have a playlist of each and every question that's asked and how to answer each and every question. I made a separate video. So you can watch those videos and you can understand exactly how to answer. And all of that is completely free. We're not charging for that. It's available on YouTube publicly. So no matter who you are or how many interviews you've done in your life, prepare for the actual interview. Do a mock interview. It's not that time taking, really. Do it with your friends, do it with family, and if you need help, you can WhatsApp me. My number is in the description, whether it's regarding slots or with the mocks. But try not to go for people who have basically been in the market only for scamming users who was just randomly there. And honestly, it's very difficult for me to understand how people go for that, but these scams are happening and you guys are taking part in those. That's why they keep on happening. So these are some of the do's and don'ts for the US visa if you're applying right now. I hope this video helps. Share it with the people who need to know.